Hey, Taoping Life Math Industry, and we're gonna be learning about an introduction to easy logarithms. We have been learning about exponents and monomials in the past. So, with logarithms, we've also been learning about, 4 to the power of 3 is gonna equal 64, because 4 times 4 times 4 is gonna be 64. That 3 is telling the 4 to multiply itself 3 times. So that's what we've been learning in the past. But what happens if we get an equation that looks like this? 4 to the power of x equals 64. What's missing is that exponent, which is supposed to represent x. That is because, in order to solve this problem, that is why we learn what logarithms is. And this is the symbol that you'll see on a calculator, if you ever have one. So with logarithms, they usually try to solve what that missing exponent is. They try to solve what it is that's missing in the exponent to make this equation true. Normally, we would have a problem that gives us a base and an exponent, and we're looking for the answer. On the other hand, logarithms wants us to look for the exponent instead of the answer. The answer is actually going to help us get to our exponent. When you think of logarithms, you might think of those floaty thingies is an example of a log, but it's not really math related. Let's use 2 example problems to help us understand what easy logarithms is. But the problem is, we never wrote the problem on paper. So the math equations are on a computer. So I guess we have to log onto the computer. When you enter your early years of high school and your unit is logarithms, you will usually see a problem or an equation that will look like this. And this equation, the way it's formatted and structured, is the same way as saying this kind of problem is the same way of trying to figure out this kind of problem. So, that 4 right there is going to be the base, because that is right there. What we're trying to find is what the missing exponent is, and that's what we have on there. So, for example, what we're trying to do is get to 64. What number multiplied by itself, how many times, will get us to 64? That's what 64 is going to represent, what we have to get to, our destination. So we can figure out what x is for our exponent. 4 times 4 is going to equal 16. Multiply it by 4 again, we'll get 64. So what represents x, or aka that missing exponent, x should be 3. 4 to the power of 3 is going to be 64. So log is going to equal 3. 3 is the missing exponent. Let's do one more problem and see what the missing exponent of that one is. Let's try solving log 2 is the base, 8 is our destination. What is the missing exponent? So here we have written it on a piece of paper. So, since 2 is the base and 8 is our destination, that is saying what is 2 to the power of what is going to give us 8. 2 times itself by how many times is going to equal 8. So, let's try doing 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is going to be 4. Another 2 is going to be 8. So, that missing exponent is going to represent 3. 2 to the power of 3 is gonna be 8. So, what log is must be 3, because that's the missing exponent. So, hooray! We now understand how to do easy logarithms and solve the problem when the structure is different that is given to us. This math video is very helpful because when it comes down to easy logarithms, it's an essential building block to help advance in math in the next years of high school and even college. Logarithms will definitely appear in formulas like physics and higher level math. You will also find logarithms in complex equations and science. Thank you for watching Taoping Airlines Math Industry. Like and subscribe. And to end the video, we have a challenge for you. We're gonna be playing an awesome game of Crossy Road. And our challenge is Tao's Leap Challenge.